Well, hello everybody. I'm Ronnie with Whip and Chain, and today I want to show you how to make this absolutely beautiful placemat. It's very simple rounds and it's double crochet and there's single crochets in there. I would classify this as a beginner. It is that easy. I wanted to show you how pretty it turned out first. I did end up using some sparkly yarn in a couple sections to jazz it up, but what's nice about this pattern, you can do it in every holiday. You can do different greens for St. Patty's Day, different pinks for Valentine's Day, pastels for Easter, browns and oranges for Thanksgiving, Christmas ones. You can do New Year's ones. You can do any one that you want. But here it is, and here's the back. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. All right, so we're going to need to do this project is an H 5.0 millimeter hook. We're going to need a pair of scissors, some darning needles. So you can either stiffen it or you can block it with water. The one that I showed you, I used this on, but you can do whatever you want. Some pins to hold it when you block. A blocking board. As you can see, it's been very well loved. And your yarn. I'm using 4-ply yarn. I'm going to be using in this one, just a couple different types, generic yarn. I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. As long as it's a 4-ply, it'll work out really good. And I think that's everything to start. So we're going to start. If you want to do a chain start into a circle, I would like you to chain 4. Then hook to the first chain and then put 11 double, chain 3 and 11 total double crochet. So the chain 3 would count as 1 and you would do 10 more. All right, let's get started. So since I'm doing a magic ring and I chain 1 to start, I am going to just chain 2 more. Okay, 1 and 2. So I want a total of 11, so do 10 more double crochets. That is my memo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Today's doing videos has been challenging because my Moo, he's a small little 13-pound dog, has been very needy today, which I will handle. Hold on. Okay, I apologize. He is now in here entertaining me. A challenge, but you know what? They only give you unconditional love. So even on your worst day, enjoy them. Okay. I want you to slip stitch into that chain 3. All right. Now, I do suggest changing colors, but you can keep it if that's what you want. This pattern is completely all in just your preferences. Okay. So the next color I'm doing, do not do a slip stitch or a starting knot. Just put on your finger And I want you to slip right into these chains and grab your yarn and pull it through and chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And I want you to put another double crochet right in there. And if you want, pull over your yarn so you can lock it in. So bring in so you can see. 2 double crochets, chain 1. You go into the very next one and 2 double crochets. Momo, what you doing? Chain 1. Moose, what you doing? All right. And I want you to put, so in every space between your double crochets, I want you to put in two double crochets, but make sure you put a chain 1 in there. Okay. Chain 1. And chain. So my moose is a 13-pound Pomeranian Pekingese mix. He is very high energy and quite entertaining. I so enjoy him, even when he's having his needy days, because we all have them. All right, chain 1, 2. Chain 1. A double crochet is you yarn over, you go in your hole, bring it back up with another piece of yarn. You have 3 loops, go over, go through 2, wrap the yarn again, and go through 2. It is one of the easier stitches. Okay, so you should have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 double crochets altogether. And do not change your yarn yet, okay? And you slip stitch into the top of that chain 3. Okay, so I would like you to slip stitch just over 1 or 2. That way it's harder to tell where you're beginning and ending. Okay, chain 3. Okay, sorry about that. Chain 3 and chain 1. We're gonna just go in between those 2, do a double crochet, chain 1, and then you go into the chain 1 space. Chain 1, go in between the 2. Make sure they're all double crochets. Chain 1, now in the chain 1 space. Chain 1, now in the between the 2 doubles. And you chain 1, now in the chain 1 space. Chain 1 between the 2 doubles. Chain 1, the chain 1 spot. Chain 1 between the 2 doubles. Chain 1 in the chain 1 spot. Chain 1 between the 2 doubles. Chain 1 in the chain 1 spot. Chain 1 between the 2 doubles. You understand how it's a rotating okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Try that again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And I think I'm missing a stitch. Should be 22 stitches, everybody. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And the top of that one, 22. And that's why it's super chain 1 and hook. 1, 2, 3. It's always important to check your work. So I'm going to slip stitch over, cut my yarn. All right. Now I'm going to go back to the light green. It is easy breezy, whoops, it's easy sailing from here. So tie on your next yarn, chain 3, okay, and I want 2 double crochets and chain 1 and 2 double crochets, and carry your yarn underneath so it can hide it underneath. And this is probably the last row you can do that with all the spacing that is going to be in it. So it's 2 double crochets chain 1 and 2 double crochets. Chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1, okay, and then chain 1. I'm going to do one more and then I will meet you at the end. See you in a minute. Okay, now I'm coming around to my last one, 2 double crochets, chain 1 and hook to the top. And then what I do is I slip stitch over to the next opening. I want you to chain 3, 2 and 3, and you put another double crochet right in there. And you do the same that we did on the previous row. So it will be 2 double crochets, chain 1 and double crochet. He is finally chilling and hanging out. So 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 double crochets. Do one more with you. That is my heating system. I do apologize, we have oil heat. All right, guys, I will see you at the end of this row. Okay, we are coming around near the end of this row. Chain 1, slip stitch into the top of the chain, if you're following my pattern, this is where I change colors. And this is what she looks like so far. Okay. Now, if you want to change colors, you're more than welcome to. You slip stitch on. Two and 3, and this time I want you to put in 2 more double crochets in that same spot. And chain 1, and in the next chain spot 3. So we're up to, instead of doing 2 crochets and chain, doing 3. Okay, that's 3, chain 1, do 3, and chain 1. This is how the pattern works. So every 2 rows I change color. So for this row for 3 rows. So it'll be 2 of one color, and then you add the new color, but it'll always be 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. So that's for 3 rows. This one that we just started together plus 2 more. Okay, exact same thing. 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet. So this row plus one other of the new color that you have on, then 1 of a change color of 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets. Okay, so after you do the 3 rows of that, so you'll be on your second row of the new color. The last row that you will do, you'll do 4 double crochets, chain 1, 4 double crochets, chain 1. So let's repeat that. So for this row and the next row, 3 double crochets, chain 1. You change color. You again do 3 double crochets, chain 1. On the second row of your change color, you'll do 4 double crochets, chain 1. Okay? Put it here. So here's your 3 double crochets, chain 1. Here's your 3 double crochets, chain 1. And here's your 3 double crochets, chain 1. So then on the next row, you'll do 4 double crochets, chain 1, 4. Okay? Then you change color and you do 2 more rows of that. 4 double crochets, chain 1. All right? I hope that's good. I'll repeat it just one more time because sometimes it takes me that many times to understand. So we'll do 2 rows of the new color I just started of 3 double crochets, chain 1. After you get these 2 rows done, you change color and then you continue the 3 double crochet, chain 1. When you're on the second row of the change color, you'll do 4 double crochets, chain 1. You'll need that extra space since the project's getting bigger. Okay? Then you change color and I want you to do 4 double crochets, chain 1, 4 double crochets, chain 1 for 2 more, that new color. Okay? So then when you put on your final color, my final color matches the center of my project. That row you will do 5 double crochets, chain 1. Make sure you do 5. This will be your final row of the double crochets, chain 1. Okay? Now I'm going to show you where I picked up from here. So here's mine. Okay, let me zoom you out so you can see it. Here's mine. As you can see what I did versus these two, I just moved everything down 1. Well, actually out 1. See my green? Green. Then I will be doing this in the green sparkles. Just moved it out 1. See? Instead of red, I brought my green in. See? Green in the center. And then I did the red, then the light green, and so on. White, dark green. But you can do it any way that makes you happy. All right? Good. All right, so this is a row of 5 double crochets, chain 1 all the way around, as you can see. And it kind of gives it a little bit of a wavy look. Okay, now I want you to put on your hook. All right. want you to chain 1. Now this is going to be an easy row. I want you to put single crochets in every stitch. Going all the way around. When you get to the center, put in 1 single crochet, the chain 1 area. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and chain 1, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1. And you do this all the way around the project. Just match stitch for stitch with single crochets, and in the chain 1 spot you put 1 single crochet. Now, you are more than welcome to stop here if you wish. The project is well big enough for a placemat. If you like. What I like about projects that I try to do and Maggie tries to do is that there's a lot of room in these in case you want to do something a little different. If you want to end it different, or if you want to, if you mess up on your stitching, you can fumble through it without having to frog everything out. Not every project's going to be that easy, but I do try to find some of the projects that is an option, because I know from me personally, crocheting, the idea of having to frog everything out almost makes me not want to restart the pattern again, because maybe I just don't want to go through all that again. Oh, I just bumped Moose. But it is totally a personal decision, and it works out really good. So I will see you at the end of all these single crochets. Okay, I only have a few more stitches here. Then I'm finally around your placemat. These 2 placemats that I've done will also go in the giveaway at the end of the month for just taking a picture of any project that you're working on. It does not have to be one of ours. We would just love to see your creativity and different ideas brought to the table. All right. Don't forget that chain 1 space. Okay. And slip stitch to your first stitch. Okay, see how it curls up a little bit? Your blocking will fix that. So now, final row. I want you to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And in that same stitch, I want you to put 4 more double crochets. So that equals 5 double crochets in the same stitch. Skip 2, 1, 2, and in that stitch, just put a single crochet. All right, skip 2, 1, 2, and put 5 double crochets. This is called the shell stitch. Skip 2, put in 1 single crochet. Skip 2, 5 double crochets. Skip 2 and single. Skip 2, 5 double crochets, and that is the whole pattern going all the way around. And this is your final row. If you found this video helpful, you enjoyed it, you learned something, I'd really appreciate if you hit that like button and subscribe. And then we are also found on Facebook under WIP, W-I-P, for Work in Progress and Chain. And there is where you can post your work, and it will automatically put you in a drawing for one of our projects that we did on the air here will be sent to you. Okay, well, I'm gonna let you go here. When you come all the way around, you just slip stitch to your first chain. But I appreciate everything. We are getting a lot of followers, and a lot of people are starting to come over to our Facebook page, and I just want to say thank you. You have no idea how much we appreciate you joining us. We do put a lot of work into these videos and patterns, so thank you. We can't thank you enough. Have a blessed day, everybody. Please stay safe in this world. Bye-bye.